All right, I think we're ready to get going. We all ready, guys? I think we're ready. So we'll wait for we'll get started, but we'll wait for people to trickle in. But as for you guys who are watching now, welcome to OnCam ASU. This is our first ever broadcast. We're totally stoked. We have an awesome show scheduled for you guys tonight, so we're really excited for you guys to be here. Make sure to invite your friends, because the more people we have on here, the better. It's going to be a big deal. So a little bit about us before we get started is that we're the first ever ASU live broadcasting club on campus. We have a Facebook page. Most of you should probably already know about it. It's facebook.com/OnCamASU. And we're looking for anybody who wants to host their own show, wants to be on a show, or just wants to be part of the whole process. So if you'd like to join our club, by all means, let us know. We'll be broadcasting every week for the rest of the semester, same time, same place. Mostly the same shows. We might add a couple new ones, a couple changes here and there, but we're really excited to get started doing this semester, and hopefully next semester we have a much bigger show schedule to talk about and showcase. As far as how the interface works, if you look over here, all the way on your right side, you have two big circles. The one on the left is the people in the chat room, but the one on the right is the text box. If at any time during the show you want to come on or comment, you can type in the text box, and then we'll invite you on, and you can talk live with the rest of us. So without further ado, let's get going with our spring break recap. Take it away, Kiki.
Okay, so thank you, Jake. I am the VP of the club, and this is what we've got lined up for you tonight. So first up, starting shortly after this, is spring break recap with your host, the OnCam executive team. So basically what we're going to be doing is we want to hear your craziest spring break stories. We've got two friends of mine, Cole and Brandon, tuning in to tell us all about South Padre. And then we'll be sharing a couple of our own stories. And then at 9 p.m. we have Never New News with your host, Ankano. This show basically sets cover the unknown, bizarre, and fringe news articles that you don't really hear about. So you're going to hear what we've dug up on the internet, and you can chime in and share your own stories as well. And that applies for all the shows. Just chime in whenever you want. At 9:30, we've got Effortless Dating with Amin Sohi. It's all about the first date. Your date will know within the first 5 minutes of the date whether or not they want to have sex with you. So we'll talk about first impressions, to-dos, and not to-dos on a first date. At 10 o'clock, we've got Meet Your Clubs with Heather Johnson. So we've got so many clubs here at ASU that don't get a lot of exposure. Heather's going to give you a look at those clubs and show you a side of ASU that you don't always get to see. And then at 10:30, we've got our Twitter star, Zach Heltzel, tuning in for his show, #Heltzel. It's going to be a weekly roundup of the week's trending topics with host and Twitter addict Zach Heltzel and some of the site's funniest and most influential users as. And then finally at 11, we got Hip Hop Pit Stop with your host, Eric Davis. This show is going to be talking about new releases in hip-hop, any news in the culture, and interviews with local artists and others. Please feel free to join in at any time. All right.
Hello.
Hey, Amin.
How are you guys?
Did it lag?
A little bit. Hey, Amin, I like your necktie.
Thank you. You like it?
Yeah, you're hella dandy.
I made sure it goes with my white nice shirt, but
everything goes white. You never have to worry about that.
Thanks, guys. All right, so my spring break was it wasn't typical spring break. I didn't drink. I didn't do anything. I didn't go on a date. I didn't get laid. I'm just being honest. None of that happened. But my parents are visiting. I really didn't do anything. I was babysitting a 69-year-old man, which is my dad, and my mom. So my spring break sucked. I'm not going to lie. So I studied, I cooked, and I ate, and I got fat, and that's pretty much it. So, but I'm sure Claire has some awesome stories because she went to California. Yeah?
Yeah, I mean, you know, I went to LA for like one of our little nerd journalism trips, and it was really fun because we got to like go run around LA and go to the Tonight Show and Chelsea Lately. They get free tickets, by the way, to shows. Did you know that? They just like hand them out on the streets. Because I didn't know that. That literally blew my mind. I was like, you don't have to pay for these? They're like, no, we're using you. So that was really fun. I think, you know, I didn't really do anything crazy because I'm not 21. So, I mean, bars don't let you in. It's a problem. Oh, my bag did get sent to Albuquerque though, because I took the train from LA to San Diego, and they tagged my bag to Albuquerque. Albuquerque, yeah, that's actually why I'm wearing a crappy V-neck tonight, because all of my clothes are still in Albuquerque.
Nice, nice.
That's horrible.
Who were the guests? Who were the guests at the Tonight Show?
Oh, we got a couple guests lined up, but I know Kiki's a wild Mexico story before we invite them on.
Sorry,
Let's hear it, Kiki.
got a little bit of a lag on the audio right now. But I was probably the most rebellious I've ever. I'm sorry. Sorry, I got a little lag on the audio here, but I. Hello.
Oh.
Hello. Okay, sorry. Okay, so anyway, I have never been to Mexico, and I had an expired passport, and I wasn't really sure if my parents were going to let me go to Mexico, but I thought I'm 21 and I'm paying my own bills, so let's just do it. So I went down there with an expired passport. Obviously, your phones don't work in Mexico, so that was a lot of fun. We lost a lot of people throughout the course of the trip, but we ended up showing up in the morning, so it was okay. But we had to search for a couple of people in the hospitals and the jails just to make sure that, you know, they were somewhere. But they ended up all coming back at the end of the day. At the end of the weekend, we all made it back to Tempe safely, so that was good. And at the border, they didn't really check my passport as thoroughly as I had hoped. I was hoping to, you know, have to run away from the feds, but none of that happened. So anyway, I came back here and just worked all the time. I had to make some money, so that wasn't all exciting, but yeah, that was my spring break.
Sometimes in Mexico they just wing it. Like I've been to Mexico a couple times where they're really adamant about checking the passports, but then other times they don't even pay attention at all.
Yeah, if you look like me, they will definitely ask for your passport. I promise you.
They'll ask for your passport if you're trying to go to California, to be honest.
I mean, you look like you're smuggling drugs right now. So I don't even know.
Do you have a passport you can show me right now? Like, I'm a little worried.
Yeah, I do actually. Hold on. Oh.
All right. Well, let's bring on our first guest, and let's hear. You had that like equipped, ready to bust out. Did you ask this?
No, she freaks out if she's like left from me, and she's starting to bark and growl because she doesn't like guys. So she doesn't like you two. She doesn't like you. I think she's cool with Kiki, but she'll start barking if she hears dudes' voices. So.
Jake was referring to me having my passport ready, not your beautiful dog.
I talked about myself for a really long time. That's awkward. Sorry, I'll go back to hate.
All right, so let's bring on our first guest, and let's hear another spring break story. Sending the invite right now.
Oh.
Hello? What up? How's it going?
What's up, guys?
Doing good. We went with the tie look because you look so good, man. I had to go hard. So, we went to South Padre Island. Yeah, for spring break, and it got a little crazy. It got a little crazy up there. Yeah, we have plenty of stories. Yeah, we got a little reckless and destructive in our. We had a 10-person condo with 2 beds, so it just wasn't going to work out from the beginning. And let's just list off the damages for you because it's just terrible. All right, start off. All right, so what was it, like 3,000? 3,000 damages. It was $2,300 in damages at the very end. $2,300, which is it's the record for that condo. Like complete record. They were very impressed. And this one day we went back to the room, and there were, what was it? Blood. Oh, yeah. There was blood everywhere. Like, we had no idea what happened. There was just blood everywhere. Some kid sliced his thumb open. It was just like squirting on the ceiling, on the walls, on the carpet, everywhere. He just like splattered it. Blood everywhere. There were every single kitchen knife was stuck in the wall. No idea. We have no idea who's doing this. Yeah. And then there happened to be like where all the blood was. There happened to be like chicken wings like all over the floor, and we were like so confused why that was going on. And yeah, we just saw blood and chicken wings. We just started making all these Facebook status about blood and chicken wings, and no one knew what we were talking about. And then,
do you guys know how all this happened? Like, what was the cause of all this?
Yeah, we're getting to that. We're going to tell you the mayhem first, because we did the investigation after. Another thing was, I went to the beach and I found a jellyfish, because I'm a fish enthusiast. And you see back there. Yeah, I brought the jellyfish up and like put it on a table in the condo. Came back 30 minutes later. Someone had put it in a blender with salt and pepper, and then put it on a sandwich with peanut butter. So add a little whiskey in there too. It was a little. It was probably pretty deadly. I don't know if someone tried it, but I hope not, because they're probably not doing too well. And then what else? Oh, we got there were stabbings on the couch. Yeah, we had a couch there, and there was just stabbings there. And then we were just like, just literally like stabbing marks all over the couch. And then we were just like, all right, why don't we just flip this over? We flip it over, there's stabbing marks in there too. We're like, what the hell? So we just did not know what was going on. There was a hole in the door. Someone punched the door. Yeah, there was many holes. There was like 3. A broken chair, a broken lamp, knives in the wall. And that's just a condo. Like, when you go to the beach, it's like even just way worse. Because if you go the first 2 days we went on Wednesday. Wednesday and Thursday were so fun. All tourists, all college kids. But then Friday and Saturday, all the tourists left, and all the crazy locals moved in. Yeah, it was insane. And there was a riot on the beach, and some chick got her eye ripped out. Some chick got her eye ripped out. Yeah. I guess someone was like had a beer can, and they like twisted it. It was just like sharp right then, and they just kept like chucking them. I don't know who this person was. It hit her in the eye, scraped across, got some of that eye, but one eye was just gone. The other eye, they were trying to save it. She had to go to the emergency room. It's insane. She said it was the best spring break of her life, though. Also, we were partying with werewolf people all the whole time while we were there. They were our neighbors. There's like a whole bunch of werewolf people.
What kind of people?
Real World, from MTV.
Oh, nice. Yeah, I thought you said werewolf people.
No. Real World. Yeah. What else? What else happened there? About the blood in the chicken wings. That got insane. I thought that was the most odd thing, because first you have the blood. No one sees like blood just randomly splatter all over the carpet and the walls. And then I'm just like so confused about the blood, and then I look on the ground, there's just like chicken wings like everywhere. And I'm like, who bought the chicken wings? Like, I was so confused about that. It was insane. It's like,
I mean, did you guys figure out like who caused all the damages and like how that even happened?
We figured it out. Our friend, his thumb got cut by a broom handle. That was found out who that was. That was also broken, and it just like his blood was spraying everywhere. So that's where the blood came from. This kid's thumb. Someone brought the chicken wings. Someone bought the chicken wings, and they were throwing them around the apartment. Me and him are gonna have to say guilty as charged for the couch. That was us. We did the couch. The stabbings on the couch. What else? The chair was mine. The chair was mine. It's like, well, no one knew that. Everyone knows that now. And the knives on the wall. That's a mystery. Yeah, we don't know who did that one. That was jellyfish. That was all him. I didn't put it in the blender though. I would never. Okay, another guy put it in the blender. Yeah, and then but yeah, we had to pay $750 for the couch. Like, we had to split that. Or not split it. No, $750. It was a $1,300 couch that we.
Well, that sounds like it was a deal. I mean, you didn't have to pay full price.
And then they didn't even give me the couch. I bought the couch and they put it in their office. What dicks?
Well, how are you going to get it back here, though? I mean, I don't think that's a carry-on.
I mean, no.
Hey, Cole, do you mind if I...
What's up?
Cole, do you mind if I read some of your Facebook statuses?
Go ahead, because they're incredible.
Do you mind if I read some of your Facebook statuses from the weekend?
Do it.
Do
it.
So we were all very concerned learned about our friends in South Padre because throughout the week. So the first one goes, first and last time we'll be visiting South Padre. The second one is, I could invent a way to redirect tsunamis so they all hit South Padre.
We like kept talking trash place like all weekend. Like it was awful. It was awful. Don't go there for spring break. I would advise anyone to go there. It's way too. Unless you got to time it to where the locals aren't there. Because if the locals aren't there, it's fine. Yeah. But as soon as they get there, it's just absolute hell on earth. We had fun the first 2 nights, and then after that weekend.
Even when it gets crazy and eyes start coming out, it sounds like that was one badass spring break, nonetheless.
But we're saying that they're crazy, but we're also the ones that did all that damage, so we can't really speak that much. I mean, no, it was a fun spring break. It was a fun spring break, but I would never go back again unless you say that. I'd pick someone else. And if you're feeling a little hungover, we got some Power Cocoa. Great stuff. Clean up the system. Right, Kiki?
What's that stuff?
Yes, it does. That's my roommate is the rep for that. My roommate is the rep for that brand, so.
It's like, it is delicious. Brandon drinks like 2 a day.
I'm not a fan of coconut, so.
It's like I could never drink that in my life at all.
Power Cocoa, right there.
But this show is brought to you by Power Cocoa. Thanks, Power Cocoa.
It's like we're crazy. Thumbs up. We're nuts. We're insane.
We're looking for sponsorships.
Boom.
What an intense story. So, will you guys ever go back to Cabo?
Not on my dad at all. No way. No way. Never. I would not. If someone came up to me right now and said, "Hey, I'll get you out of school for a week and pay for an entire trip to South Padre," I would say, "Get the hell out of my face." I would say, "Get away from me," because that is just no way. Awful. It was way too much.
Man. I'm a little intrigued though. I mean, I gotta see these locals.
Yeah, why didn't you make local?
Because they were ripping people's eyes out. Would you do that, Kiki? No, honestly, we were like on the street, and this place is insane. Like everyone's on the street partying, like right in front of cars and everything. Like people don't care. People are like flashing their boobs. So this place is just like beyond crazy. And like me and Cole are just like standing outside, and we just think we're gonna get like stabbed. We were so scared. Like I've never been that scared before because like everyone's just wilding, and then like people had tattoos and everything. Like we just thought we were gonna get like stabbed. It was awful. Yeah.
Someone in the
I would rather be friends with them than be their enemies. Dangerous.
Like, we just did not want to talk to them at all. Let's just say that.
George Bush in the comment box says whoop areolas. So he's pretty excited about Cabo.
Look at the comments. I need a Power Cocoa, says Jane Barnes. Like we all could use one, I guess.
There you go. That's awesome. Well, thanks, guys. What an awesome story. Thanks for coming on the show, and thanks for showing us about Power Cocoa.
You're welcome. Like, don't go to South Padre. Don't go. Don't go. Do not go.
Thanks, guys.
No problem.
Take it easy, guys. Let's bring Claire back in.
That was fun.
So, anyone else out there? We have 18 people watching right now. One of you 18 people has to have an awesome spring break story. It doesn't even have to be from this spring break. If you guys have a cool story, post something in the comment box, and we'll bring you on. So, what were you saying, Kiki? I think I cut you off.
I didn't say anything.
So.
Okay, well.
Nope.
If
It might have been me. I was really excited about being back.
Oh, welcome back, Claire. What were you saying to me?
I said
Alright, well,
No, I have a spring break story from the
reading
past.
books
That I could share.
All right, let's hear it, Amin. Let's hear the spring break story. We're probably on for like 5 more minutes, and then we're gonna switch to the next show.
Oh, it's gonna be like 1 minute. We're in Mexico. Just so you know, your cell phone does work. You just have to pay a lot of money for it, Kiki. So our cell phone worked, but we turned it off because we were broke. But 12 guys, and we're just abusing our bodies, drinking nonstop, 4 days in a row. No sleep, no food, just alcohol. There's a girl in the background. Okay, good.
I don't know what's going on there.
I know.
That's my roommate. Sorry.
I'm like, who is that girl sneaking up on you? So we're drinking. On the 5th day, we need 2 sober drivers to drive us back to the U.S., right? Nobody wants to sacrifice their fun, and everybody wants to keep drinking. So this is how we decided how we're going to determine the 2 sober guys that are going to be driving. You guys want to use this. It was handy, it worked, and it was very fair. Everybody liked it. We went to a pharmacy in Mexico, Rocky Point, and we bought Mexican Viagra, right? We bought like 12 of them. 12 guys, 12 Viagras. And then we said we're going to watch porn, and the first 2 guys who get boners first, they will be the ones who would have to drive back to the U.S. They have to stop drinking, and they have to be sober. And so that was it. If you guys want to find a sober driver, just get some Mexican Viagra and watch porn, I guess, in Mexico. That's my story. It wasn't funny, but it was just...
Sounds like how a girl got raped.
All right. Well, duly noted. So, unless anybody else wants to tune in...
Oh, and I took my passport with me, too.
You have your passport with you everywhere. I think we already covered that earlier on in the show.
No, he has 2, actually.
2.
You are
one of them.
You are always at risk being who you are.
Yes, thank you. That's a compliment. Thank you.
I guess so. All right. What about Kiki and Claire? You guys have any like wild spring break stories from the past?
I mean, I think my craziest one to date is the Albuquerque thing. Like, literally all my shit got sent to Albuquerque because I'm a heavy packer. I'm sorry. Don't judge me. What about you, Kiki?
Gosh, none that I would want to broadcast in case my parents are watching, but I guess freshman year I got in a car accident, so I was on crutches, and my friends still really wanted me to come out for spring breaks, so I went to Lake Havasu on
Kiki,
lake
your
and
internet
stuff.
is a mess.
So here I am. Oh, you guys can't hear me?
You keep on
Hello?
cutting
No,
out.
it's okay. Makes it better.
Yeah, you're here. Keep on going.
Hello?
Yeah.
Can you guys hear me?
Yeah. Yeah, now we can. I think you're getting a delay.
Sorry about that. What's the last thing you guys heard then? I have no idea.
You're
All
on
it is
crutches and
delay.
you're going to Havasu.
Okay, so in Havasu, everybody ties up their boats together, and here I am, I'm on painkillers, but, still partying and trying to get from boat to boat. And it's really difficult because, everything's moving. And anyway, it turns out I just slip and just, eat it. It wasn't even that bad because at the same time, my friend is jumping off the cliff, and I see her as I'm falling, just falling off of this mountain, and she ends up busting her lip. She's bleeding everywhere. We have to leave the lake. It was just an absolute mess. So getting laryngitis or something. So that was just it was just a mess of a, but it was a good time. Yeah. Okay. Well, I think we gotta wrap it up because we got our next show coming on. Does anybody else have any last minute stories?
Well, let's read a couple from the comment box really quick. Healing Spa says, I drank so hard, I lost my leather jacket, and the bizmen from Guadalajara keep my jacket and shipped it back to me. Zach Heltzel says, does reading books count as an exciting spring break?
Yes.
I think it depends on what books you're reading.
If it's
What else do we have? I think that's about it. But anyway, let's wrap it up right now. Thanks everyone for tuning in. Stay tuned for Never New News with your host, Jake and O. We'll be back on in 5 minutes or so.
Excellent.
All right.
Cool.
You guys,
Thanks, guys.
Claire, you guys have any final statements?
No, I'm really excited. This is great.
Just tune in next week.
This is super fun.
You stay classy, OnCam.
Loved it. Next week we'll have some stories for you.
God, how do I leave?
How do you leave? You don't leave.